I want to talk about the modern day witch trials. But this time is about us. And I don't know why we subject ourselves to it. There is a panel, right, on TikTok that you can go to of the LGBTQIA community that they put up. And when you subject yourself to it, right, it is you versus them. And normally a panel, when you think about it, of 4 people, which is the creator, and then 3 people on their side, and they are all ready to drown you, to label you as transphobic. Why do you put yourself in that position? And I would like you, please, if you want to see the other side of that, which is a doctor putting out fact. And the only way they could try to defeat his logic was by trying to defeat him as a doctor and to drag him down personally. I find it interesting that that's the only way that they can defeat fact is by trying to defeat the person themselves. If you want to see part 2 of this, follow me and I will put out part 2 of the doctor talking about fact. Welcome to the new Salem witch trials.
Stop misgendering me. Are you going to do that?
Okay.
Okay.
But that doesn't make any difference between what I said.
Sarah, is the moon made of cheese?
No.
Is the Earth flat?
No.
Okay. So we've hit some basics now of okay. Maybe Jovan can start again with that basic stuff. Basic questions, and we can maybe build up from there.
Sure. Basic question, and this is what I ask most people on my lives. Can you define me sex and define me gender? I want to know what you mean when you use these 2 words, because it seems like we don't mean the same thing. So to make sure we're on the same page, what do you mean when you say sex, and what do you mean when you say gender?
Okay. Sex means like the way you're born, and gender means like if you're a woman but you want to be a male, that's a gender.
I'm just going to tell you, you didn't tell me what these concepts mean. I don't know what these mean now. So when you say sex, you just mean the way you're born. I don't know what you mean by that. Some people are born with hair. Some people are born without hair. Is that what you mean when you say sex?
The way you're born, like if you're born like as a man, that's your sex. And when you get older and you think, oh, I want to be a woman, then woman is your gender.
Okay, so I'm gonna provide you with the actual meaning of these words so that we can hopefully come to an understanding here. Okay. So sex is just a group of biological characteristics. These biological characteristics relate to the way that mammals reproduce. So we have 2 ways of reproduction, two ways that we organize our bodies to reproduce. That would be male and female. You have 2 types of sex. You have genotypic sex and phenotypic sex. Genotypic sex would be your chromosomal pairings, and then phenotypic sex would be the physical representation of those chromosomes. So genitalia, organs, things like that. Gender, when we're speaking on a personal level, refers broadly to a person's subjective perception of their sex and the way that their sex orients in their body.
Yeah.
This is what these 2 things would mean.
Yeah.
So when you say someone who's male has to be a man, that is inherently at odds with what gender and sex are. Because what gender and sex tell us is that your gender just relates to the way you orient your sex is perceived in your brain. So people who are male don't have to be men, and people who are female don't have to be women.
But for me,